Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought, how in the are they winning? No, like seriously. Maybe this person has like the perfect car, the perfect job, the perfect house, the chains, the jewelry, the bags, maybe goes out to all the cool restaurants, hangs out with all the right people. Their life looks amazing on Instagram, and it feels like their life is completely out of reach from someone like you or like most of us, and you're just trying to figure out like how. Well, look, I'm here to tell you the truth. It's not luck, it's not magic, and no, they are not special. And it's definitely not because they are somehow working 10 times harder than you. You see, I'm Joe Stone, I'm a creator. I have 1.7 million followers. I'm a successful content creator, and now I spend my time uncovering the secrets of business, purpose, and spirituality. If you like that kind of content and if you're interested in becoming your best self, hit the subscribe button, because by the end of this video, you're gonna have a crystal clear roadmap to leap ahead of 99% of people in life and in your business. Not by running faster, by running smarter, and understanding that the people you think have it all together are using to get ahead. Now, there's three main points that I'm going to talk about, and the last one, of course, is going to be the best, because why wouldn't I save it to the end for at least retention purposes? But before we get there, we have to start where it all starts, in the mind. You see, the difference between those who stay average and those who dominate lies in how they think. The top 1% don't think about today, they think long term. Ask yourself, are you making decisions based on immediate comfort or long-term gain? Are you spending more time consuming than creating? Your actions are going to dictate who you are and what you are. Quick question. When's the last time you deliberately learned something new that challenged you? I know that seems like it just came out of nowhere, but if you're wondering why you feel stagnant and you're not growing, when is the last time you challenged yourself deliberately? Are you factoring that into your long-term plan? Because if you do not plan to grow, then you won't. You see, long-term thinkers play a game that the 99% of everyone else don't even know exists. And here's a secret. Most people chase what feels good in the moment, whether that's binge watching Netflix or buying things they don't need, while the top 1% delay gratification because they're more concerned with the future that they are creating instead of the present that they live in. And instead of trying to strangle every bit of joy out of these mere moments that do not actually fulfill you, you focus on what's to come. Focus on building skills, habits, and systems that compound over time. And this is where things get really interesting, because the second thing that is most important is system. The power of systems over goals. You see, this kind of goes back to that question I asked you. When was the last time you deliberately challenged yourself? Do you have a system for your growth prepared? Because otherwise, again, you won't grow. You see, everyone has goals. I want to get fit. I want to make more money. I want my child to get straight A's and be successful. But here's the catch. The goals don't get you there. The systems do. Think about it. Anyone can set a goal to write a book, but do you have a daily system for writing? Anyone can set a goal to save $10,000, but do you have a budget to automate savings? Everyone wants their kids to be on the honor roll, have straight A's, and be the star athlete, but are you investing the time into studying with your child, encouraging them to enrich themselves in other ways? And when's the last time you took your kid to the park instead of plucking them in front of an iPad? Now, look, I'm not getting paid for this, but I'll give you a quick story. From a famous author named James Clear. He wrote this book that's on like every guru and entrepreneur shelf, called Atomic Habits. Now, he explained this in a great way. If you're on an airplane leaving Los Angeles and you adjust your trajectory by a few degrees, you end up in New York instead of Washington, D.C. Tiny changes to your systems produce massive results over time. People want this big moment that just fixes everything, and all of a sudden their lives is different in 10 days. But the truth is that it's the small changes that you do every day that compound over time that formulate the life that you will have. Fix your systems and the results will follow. Simple as that. Now, this is where it really gets interesting. Leverage. Leverage is everything. And again, I told you I'd save the best for last, and I'm going to definitely show you how it all comes together. You see, you have probably heard the phrase, work smarter, not harder. But let's be honest, what does that even mean? Don't trip, I got you. You see, the top 1% find ways to get outsized results from smaller inputs. But what do we mean by getting outsized results from smaller inputs? Well, you have to create leverage in your life in order to be able to take advantage of it. But these are the three main ways I see high-level people do it. Number one, skills. Master high-value skills that make your time more valuable. Coding, sales, or even storytelling. These skills compound. Tools. Use technology to automate repetitive tasks. Then calendar, scheduling, AI tools. This is 2024. Take the time to build systems instead of just doing stuff, so that way you can do stuff longer, easier, because also that's the secret of success, consistency in using these tools. And this one is probably the most overlooked in 2024, and I feel like it's a lost art. It's people. Networking. Build relationships with those who can amplify your impact, meaning mentors, collaborators, or like-minded peers. Now, this is hard to do in an age where everything is digital. The act of meeting people in person, shaking their hand, looking them in the eye, and having those conversations, or even doing business with them, has been a lost art. But that also creates a huge opportunity because there aren't a lot of people still using this secret weapon, going outside, shaking hands, reaching out, creating relationships, finding a mentor, finding collaborators, a like-minded peers. Sometimes you got to pay to be in that room. Sometimes you got to pay to get in front of those people. Sometimes you have to spend money to get in the right places and find people with like-minded interests and on the same path as you. But these connections can literally be life-changing. One of the biggest things that happened to me as a creator was landing my deal with Snapchat and getting my show on the platform. A big part of that deal was because of my talent and the work that I'd put in and the body of work I had created and my consistency and just being a successful creator. But the crazy part is there is like a million successful creators that are way better than me, better followings, better editing, more money behind them, doing it longer. There's always gonna be someone better. But the reason why I got the spot and another person didn't was not just because of my work and my work ethic, but it was because of who I knew. It put me in a position to be at the front of the line and to be in a place where my talent could get recognized and have a shot of having an impact. And those are the type of things that can't happen if you don't put yourself out there to make them happen. Now, I know that I said that was going to be the last one, but I lied. The truth is, consistency is the secret weapon. Consistency is boring. It's not glamorous. It's not the fun thing. It's not the cool thing. But it doesn't make the headlines, but it does make the winners. This is the single most powerful tool that the 99% of people use. And when we say there is no magic, that's a lie. Because this is where the magic is. It's just that because it's not shiny and there's no glitter in it, you don't seem to understand the power of making a decision, making an action, making it reality, and choosing to not take a step away from that decision you made until you see it manifest into your reality. And people don't understand is that consistency is the highest level of exerting your faith. So don't tell me you believe in something. Show me you believe in it. Don't tell me you're going to be a bodybuilder with an amazing physique that rivals some of the greats. Show me the work that you're going to put in every day, over and over and over and over. That is an investment in the belief and the statement and the idea that you have in the future that you have. Show me that in the work. And over time, that will compound it and create the life that you desire. But because it is not flashy, people miss the magic in the action. The key isn't doing extraordinary things once. It's doing simple things repeatedly over time. Reading 10 pages a day compounds into 3,650 pages a year. Writing 1 page a day turns into a book in a year. Hell, 10 books in a year. Everybody wants to be motivated, but motivation is fleeting. Consistency will always come faster than motivation. So, what did we learn today, class? 1, adopt a long-term mindset. 2, build systems, not just goals. 3, leverage skills, tools, and people. And our surprise one was stay consistent no matter how small the steps. You see, look, this shit ain't supposed to be easy, but that's what makes it worth it. Don't focus on where you're going. Focus on how you're getting there in the action of making deposits on the proof of your faith, that you truly believe what you said can happen, will happen, and you're showing it not just to yourself, not to the world, but to the universe every day by showing up or delivering what it is that you can do to make that a reality. Knowing that everything else that is out of your control will bend to your will as you take the steps forward that you need to do in order to be successful. And I want you to know, if no one believes in you, I believe in you. And if you've made it this far into the video, you are on a journey to learn more about yourself, more about how to become great, how to become successful, how to live your dream life, and how to take control of your destiny. When you could have been watching street interview twerk videos, or I don't know, the fucking Kardashians. But you're not. You're here trying to better yourself. If you like content like this and you're interested in learning secrets behind business, purpose, and spirituality, I invite you on my journey. So feel free to hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.